Smart begins. JustProfessor here. You have great ideas, but you are too tired to care about them anymore. Every time you think of something new, something creative, something that could actually work, your brain just shuts down. You feel nothing. No excitement, no energy, no drive to make it happen. And the worst part is that you know the idea is good. You can see the potential, but something inside you just does not want to do it. You are not lazy. You are not unmotivated. You are exhausted by the idea of trying something new again. And that exhaustion is killing your creativity. This is called innovation fatigue. And it is the reason your best ideas die before they even start. Here is how it works. You have been exposed to so many new things, new tools, new methods, new trends, new ideas that promise to change everything, and at first, each one felt exciting. You tried them, you learned them, you adapted. But over time, the constant flood of newness stopped feeling exciting. It started feeling heavy. Now when something innovative comes along, even if it is your own idea, your brain does not see opportunity. It sees more work, more learning, more change, more effort, so it resists. This is why innovation fatigue is so dangerous. It does not make you stop thinking. It makes you stop caring. You still have ideas. You still see possibilities. But the emotional connection is gone. The spark is missing. And without that spark, nothing happens. Most people do not realize they have innovation fatigue. They just think they lost their creativity. They think they are stuck. They think something is wrong with them. But the problem is not you. The problem is that you have been overwhelmed by constant innovation for so long that your brain is protecting itself by shutting down. Think about how many times you have been told to try something new. A new app that will organize your life. A new strategy that will grow your business. A new habit that will transform your health. A new tool that will make everything easier. And every single time, you had to learn it, adjust to it, figure out if it actually works. And most of the time, it did not live up to the promise. So you moved on to the next thing, and the next, and the next. Now your brain is tired. It has seen too many things that claim to be revolutionary but were not. It has invested energy into too many innovations that did not pay off. So when you come up with your own idea, your brain treats it the same way. It assumes it will be more effort than it is worth. It assumes it will not work. It assumes you will just end up disappointed again. So it kills your enthusiasm before you even start. This is innovation fatigue. And it does not just affect bad ideas. It affects all of them, even the good ones. Even the ones that could actually change your life. Your brain does not care. It is too tired to tell the difference. The scariest part is how this shows up in your daily life. You see a problem. You know how to fix it. But instead of feeling excited about the solution, you feel drained. You think about all the steps involved, all the changes you would have to make, all the energy it would take. And you decide it is not worth it, not because the solution is bad, but because you do not have the emotional energy to care. You want to start a project, something creative, something meaningful. But the moment you think about it, you feel overwhelmed. You think about all the tools you would need to learn. All the decisions you would have to make. All the ways it could go wrong, and before you even start, you are already exhausted. So you do not start. You just let the idea fade away. You hear about a new opportunity, something that could help you grow, but instead of curiosity, you feel resistance. You think, here we go again, another thing I have to figure out, another system I have to adapt to, another change I have to make. And you ignore it, not because it is not valuable, but because you are tired of adapting. This is what innovation fatigue does. It turns possibility into burden. It turns creativity into exhaustion. And it makes you avoid the very things that could help you move forward. But here is what most people miss. Innovation fatigue is not about the ideas themselves. It is about the pace. You have been told to innovate constantly, to always be improving, to always be trying something new. And that pace is not sustainable. Your brain was not designed to handle endless change. It needs stability. It needs time to rest. It needs space to process. But the world keeps telling you that resting is falling behind, that stability is stagnation, that if you are not innovating, you are failing, so you push yourself. You keep trying new things even when you do not want to. You force yourself to be excited about innovations even when you are not, and slowly you burn out, not from hard work, but from constant newness. From never being allowed to just settle into something and let it work. And the worst part is that innovation fatigue makes you distrust your own ideas. You start to think that nothing will work, that everything is just another trend, that there is no point in trying. So you stop creating, you stop experimenting. You stop believing in your ability to make something new. And you convince yourself that you are just not creative anymore. But that is not true. You are still creative. You still have ideas. You are just exhausted by the pressure to constantly turn those ideas into something, and that exhaustion is valid. This means innovation fatigue is not a personal failing. It is a response to an environment that demands too much change too fast. You do not need more ideas. You need permission to care about fewer of them. You do not need more tools. You need space to use the ones you already have. You do not need more innovation. You need time to let the last innovation actually settle in and work. The constant push for newness is not helping you. It is draining you. And the more drained you get, the harder it becomes to recognize which ideas are actually worth your energy. So you either try everything and burn out, or you try nothing and feel stuck. Both options feel terrible. And both are caused by the same thing: too much innovation. Too fast. For too long. So here's what you need to understand. Innovation fatigue is real, and if you feel it, you are not broken. You are not uncreative. You are not lazy. You are just tired of being told that everything needs to change all the time. And that tiredness is your brain telling you to slow down. You do not have to chase every new idea. You do not have to try every new tool. You do not have to reinvent yourself every few months. You are allowed to say no. You are allowed to stick with something that already works. You are allowed to let your brain rest. And when you do, something interesting happens. The ideas that actually matter start to stand out. The ones that are worth your energy become obvious. Because you are not drowning in noise anymore. You are not forcing yourself to care about everything. You are just focused on the few things that genuinely excite you. Innovation fatigue does not mean you stop creating. It means you stop creating out of obligation. And when you remove that pressure, creativity comes back. Not all at once, but slowly, naturally, in a way that feels sustainable. Subscribe if you want to understand why your brain fights against your own potential.